We're good to go. So Chris has lost his voice. So for those of you who've been here before and expect him to be sort of emceeing, we are going to manage with him doing his technical magic as he always does in the most remarkable ways, but with the rest of us sort of filling in for his voice. So thank you, Chris. And I just want to thank Janine for the beautiful work that she did in weaving together past Yule rituals done by the tradition in the Temple of Ara. And I want to thank the Temple Volunteer Corps, as I did a few minutes ago, but I want to do it publicly. They are each a light at a time of darkness, as are each of you who are here on this call. And they have collectively brought their lights together to re-energize the Temple of Ara, which has continued for 40 years, but which is having this gorgeous influx of radiance and the magic that that brings into the world. So I want to thank them all. They have been amazing. And most of them are here on the call. So big deal. So welcome all of you, and endless gratitude for the light that you are bringing to this winter solstice celebration, which comes 40 years to our history. And I guess I'm Phyllis Curot, and many years ago, very quickly, many years ago, more than 40 years ago, it totally freaks me out, I decided to be public. And having made that decision, I realized that people needed to see in order to understand who we really are and why we are here, why the world needs her witches. And so I began to create, with the help of remarkable people, these two major events. One was at Beltane, the other was the winter solstice. And doing it in various places in New York City, and we finally came home to the gorgeous Unitarian Universalist Church on Central Park West, which happened to have a pastor who considered himself pagan. He was part of CUPS, and he opened the doors to us and gave us a home. And so for a number of years, that was where we held our winter solstice. And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of New Yorkers would come because they were looking for a home. They were looking for a place to celebrate the winter solstice. They were looking for an alternative to the usual stuff. And they were glorious and they were gorgeous. And they had contributions from Morris dancers and singers and musicians and covens from all over New York. They were a light in a darkness of misunderstanding and persecution. And I think that they helped to create a climate of acceptance. And we're back in that climate now. Worse in certain ways, I think, right? We're entering a period of darkness, not just here, but globally. And so the light that each of us carries is increasingly precious and important. The light that we offer each other is increasingly precious and important because we affirm for each other our value and our worth and the importance of who we are in the world. And when we bring our lights together, as we are doing today, and for those of you who are watching the recording and joining us after this fact, the light that we create collectively has the power to encourage and affirm others and to transform the darkness, to bring hope. And that is what the winter solstice is about. It is about hope. So 40 years into this game, I'm deeply grateful for all of you, for everyone who was part of the journey. And I have great hope for where we are going next, because the world does indeed need her witches. And we know who we are and where we are and why we are here. So we are here today to celebrate the winter solstice, and we're going to have a big announcement. Let me not forget. I have it written down so I don't forget. At the very end, Jen is going to share something very exciting. So stay on the call, stay through the ritual, which I know you would do anyway. And so I'm going to attend to this gorgeous script that has been created through the weaving of the past and the brilliance of Janine's poetic magic in order to light the light for the future. So on Yuletide, the winter solstice, we celebrate the mystery. Just as midsummer's longest day tilts towards the returning dark, the approaching journey that the sun takes into the dream time and which we follow, so the longest, darkest night greets with dawn's light the returning sun. We gather together, as people have for centuries across the world, building fires against the cold, feasting on the harvest that we have brought in, the harvest that nourishes us through the long winter months, knowing that the wheel turns and spring will return. Dark is not to be feared, not in our tradition. It is the cosmic womb of the dreaming mother from which all potentiality is born. It is where the mother bear sleeps, wrapping her cubs in warmth against the cold, where the seed rests and rejuvenates with the soil's nourishment, where the soul dreams into being new adventures. On this night, the Holly King reaches the peak of his powers, dies, and is reborn as the Oak King, midwife by the wise crone, nurtured into new life by the Great Mother. She cradles us all in her embrace, supports us as the Mother Earth beneath our feet. She watches over us as the sparkling stars of Ursa Major, the constellation that has always illuminated our way home. The stars above remind us that the smallest light can pierce even the vast darkness of the night sky. The spark of each of us joined together can illuminate the world. And so we cast our circle of light. If you'll put your hands over your heart. Thank you, Janine, for those beautiful words. And join me in saying and reaching out with your hands to each other, heart to heart, we cast this circle. And feel the energy passing to the person on your left on the screen and the person on your right on the screen. All of us connected in a circle that connects the world in the magic of light and hope. Feel the tingling in your fingertips as the energy passes between each of us and all of us. And so our circle is cast, and we are between the worlds, where all the worlds are one. Thank you. All right. And we'll call the quarters.
Lori will be calling east.
Helping ancient and compassionate spirits of the East, element of air, where the sun rises in the morning and the winged spirit messengers share the breath of life. We greet each day with a new beginning and a new perspective. We are grateful for the power of imagination, for laughter and music winging through the air, and for the breath we share with the plants. As the great wheel turns and we greet the returning light, may each breath of our light shine on the earth and bless its many and varied inhabitants. May our inner breath be a source of peace, clarity, and illumination. And may the great eagle, soaring condor, and shining dragonfly teach us how to live. Hail East and welcome to our solstice circle.
Hail and welcome. Thank you, Lori. That was beautiful.
Okay. I welcome you, spirits of the South, Where the sun stands high at noon, I embrace the element of fire with its strength, focus, energy, and joy. I welcome all the creatures of the desert, the snake, the scorpion, and the fox, and the first animals of legend, the griffin and the dragon. Thank you for joining us today and lending us your wisdom and guidance as the sun is reborn from the womb of the mother and grows stronger every day after.
Thank you, Jen, for reading the words that Chris so beautifully wrote.
Ellen will be calling for West.
We call upon the spirits of the West, spirits of water, where the sun sets each evening with gained experience and wisdom. Bless us with your magic and healing power. May we feel connected to our friends of Finn and Gil. May we feel the loving energy of the Great Mother all around us and within. May we remember our ancestors, to look into ourselves and share our light in the dark. Welcome, Spirit of Water.
Thank you, Ellen.
Spirits of Earth, guardians of the North, where sovereignty roams with stag and wolf, through winter snows under midnight stars. Mother Bear dreams with her cubs in forest den and mountain cave, and deep in the soil, the tiniest seed holds the immense mystery of rebirth. On this longest night, with joy we celebrate your gifts of creativity and fertility, abundance and strength, as gratefully we welcome you into our circle. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Thank you, Janine. And so again, our circle is cast, and we are between the world, blessed by all the powers and magic of the world. Oh, sorry. Just very beautiful. So much beauty and wisdom has now arrived in our circle. So we get right to it. We get right to the magic. Light your candles and direct your energy into the flame, wasting no time. We know what matters. We know the magic to be done. Giving shape and life to your vision, illuminating the world with the power of your love and your longing, your strength and your hope, and your capacity to bring hope to life. Place your candle, symbol of the sun, the god, into your bowl or cauldron if you have it, or do it later. The bowl, which is the womb, the symbol of the womb of the Great Mother. Excuse me, I'm going to light my candle. Don't go out. Don't go out. Catch and burn. Ha! Ha! That was perfect. I don't know if you can see it. It looked like it was going to go out, and then it. That's the biggest candle I could find. So take a moment and focus on the light within you. You can put your hands on your voice, your heart, your stomach, your hands together. The place where the light resides. And feel its power within you. Its magic. Its blessing for you. And as you give life to this light inside of you, this blessing, this offering that makes the world a better place because you are here. That is what this light symbolizes. And that is what our sympathetic magic expresses. that the light within ourselves illuminates the world. Feel your spirit growing lighter. And the joy and the enlightenment that you offer yourself and the world. You can let the candle burn out, or you can blow it out and take this charge that is present now in you and in the candle and light it again and light it again and light it again, so that the light grows in its intensity and its brilliance and its magic. Okay, so now we have another bit of magic, which is so wonderful, which comes from Cora in the Netherlands. If you have a pine cone, and if you don't, you can do this later. You're going to write on small pieces of paper all your wishes and your desires for the coming year, for yourself, for your loved ones, for the world. Take some time, write them down. You can write them down now, even if you don't have the pine cone. Take a moment, take a piece of paper, rip it into little strips, small, that you'll be able to roll up and slip into the little openings, the scales of the pine cone. And take a moment and just think about the wishes and the efforts and the undertakings of the coming year. And don't worry about having too many wishes. Right? No such thing. You know? And you never know which are the ones that are going to manifest, right? Cora, do you want to add some wisdom to this? We're going to talk a little bit more about what's been written, but do you want to, because this was your brilliant magic that you offered us.
Well, it's something I learned about years ago. It's not my idea, but I love the idea when I saw it. And you can do it any way you like. You can just have a simple pine cone and put little papers in it, but you can also make it as elaborate as you want. You can put it in a bowl with little notes and decorations and make it a real thing around the house. And you could also do it with family. You can also do it with guests. If you have guests in your home during these days, let them add a wish and just go with the flow. What feels right is right. That's how I've always done it.
That's wonderful. I bet kids would love this too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, dear. So you'll roll them now or later tightly, right? And slip them between the scales of the pine cone, which, by the way, is one of the many forms of nature expressing the golden mean, this magic template at the heart of all living things that unites us all. The mystery hidden within the manifestation. The fruit of the evergreen, it holds the seeds that require wind or fire, water or creatures of earth to spread and grow into mighty trees, which sustain us with their gifts. On Solstice Eve, which is like now, place the pine cone in the fire or burn the messages and give the fruit back to the earth, releasing your wishes to the universe and returning the pine cone with its seeds that are within it to the earth is more important now than ever. At least here in America, there's a deep concern that with all of the forest fires, there aren't enough pine trees to rehabit the original environs that have been burned. Traditionally, the burning of a fire will explode the pine cones and the seeds plant and a new growth comes up, but there's concern. So if you're in an area with a forest fire, you can take your wishes and take the pine cone and bring it to the land, which is healing itself, but which needs the seeds. We are giving the fruit back to the earth, and we're releasing our wishes to the universe, to the Great Mother, the mother of all potentiality. And so we're almost done. It's hard to believe, but to the point we work, right? You don't need to waste a lot of time when you know what you're doing. And now the Lord of Misrule, who dresses in wild costumes and smacks people with a long thing with pine cones on the end of it, he's a kind of green man, actually, right? And he insists that we make merry. For even while we in the north dance through the longest night, our sisters and brothers in the south greet the dawn of the longest day. And in the realms beyond time, love is eternal, and nothing and no one is ever lost. And so we rejoice. And so we sing. So, you know what we missed? It's my bad. We missed the chant. Should we go back to the chant before we do the yes, let's do the chant. All right. So I'm going to take you back. We're going to go back in time, which you can do in a space that's outside of space and time. So hold the pine cone or hold the candle or hold one in each hand. Breathe deeply. You can close your eyes and envision the great pines, the firs and cedars that remain with us through winter's cold, giving us the breath of life, even as we offer ours in return. See your breath leaving your body, cold and white, curling in the winter's sky. Inhale and feel the crystal clear breath of life offered to you by the evergreens, the pines, the firs, the cedars. Green through winter's cold, breathing through winter's cold, breathing the breath of life with each of us. Hold your candle to your heart, to your belly, imbuing it with the spark of light that is your spirit. Focus on the dream you choose to call into being in the new year. And later you can inscribe words or a symbol of your goal and your name into the wax and relight your candle. Chris, if you will put the chant on the screen, open your eyes and you will see the chanting that we will do. And I think we're going to unmute everybody. So if it's cacophonous, do not worry, because it helps you to focus on your own chanting. Okay. So here we go. Bless the mother who gives
Gives the birth Bless our
Bless
lives
our
upon
lives
this
upon
earth.
this earth.
Above
Above
us,
us,
see
see
the
the
sun
sun
returning.
returning.
Feel
Feel
within the
within the
fires
fires
burning.
burning. It's the mother who
See the
gives
sun
birth. Bless
returning.
our
Bless the
lives
mother who
upon
gives
this
birth.
earth.
Bless
Bless
our
the
lives
mother who
upon
See
this
the
gives
earth.
sun
birth.
above us, see the fires burning. Bless the mother who
Bless the
gives
mother who
birth.
gives birth.
Lives
The
upon
mother
this
who
earth.
gives
Bless
birth.
our lives upon this
See the
earth.
sun returning. Within the fires burning.
Bless the mother who
Bless
gives
the
birth.
mother
Lives upon
who
the
our
earth.
lives upon this
The
earth.
sun returning.
The sun returning.
Within the fires
Within
burning.
the
Mother who gives birth. Bless our
Who
lives
gives
upon this earth.
birth.
Let us see the sun returning within the
Let
fires
us see the
burning.
sun returning within
birth.
Earth.
The lives
mother
upon
who
this
gives
earth.
Bless our
birth.
lives upon this earth.
Sun returning.
Within the
Sun
fires burning.
returning. Feel within the
Bless the
fires
mothers who
burning.
give us
Lives upon
birth.
this earth.
Bless our lives upon this earth. Help us see the sun
Bless the sun.
returning.
Bless
Fires burning.
the mother who gives birth. Bless our lives upon this earth. Let us see the sun returning
Bless the
within the
mother who
fires
gives
burning.
birth
Within the fires
upon
burning.
this earth.
Within the fires burning.
Within the
Sun
fires
returning.
The mother who gives birth. Bless our
Within
lives upon this
lives
earth.
upon this earth.
Returning feel within.
Feel within
Within the fires burning. Fires burning. Fires burning. It's the mother who gives birth. Bless her lives upon this earth. Above us see the sun returning in the fires
Who
burning.
gives birth. Bless our lives upon
Fires
this earth.
burning.
Let us
Within
see
the
the
fires
sun
Bless the
returning.
burning.
mother
Within the
gives
fires burning.
birth.
Returning.
Lives upon
Fires
this
burning.
earth.
The
See
mother who
the
gives
sun
birth. Lives
returning.
upon this earth.
Feel within the
Sun
fires
returning. Feel
burning.
within the
It's the
fires
mother
The
who
burning.
gives
mother who
birth.
gives birth.
With our lives
Bless
upon
our
the
Within the
lives
earth.
upon
fires.
Above us
earth.
see
Feel
the sun
within the
returning.
fires.
Lives upon this earth.
The fires burning.
See the
The
sun
fires burning.
returning. Feel the
The mother who
fires
gives birth.
burning.
Bless our lives
Bless
upon
the
this earth.
mother who
Above us
gives
the sun
birth.
Above us
returning.
Bless our
see the
lives
sun
upon this
returning.
earth.
Fires burning.
Above us
Fires
see the
burning.
sun returning.
Within
And the
Within the
fires
fires
burning.
burning.
Bless the
who
mother who
gives birth.
gives
With our
Bless our
lives
lives
upon this earth.
upon the
Bless
earth.
the mother who gives
See the
birth.
sun returning.
Our lives
The
upon this earth.
fires burning. Bless the
Above us
mother
see
who
the sun
gives
returning. Feel
birth.
within the
Bless our
fires
lives
burning.
upon
the
this
mother who
earth.
gives birth.
See
Feel
the
within the
sun
fires
Above us
burning.
see the
feel
sun
within the
returning.
fires burning. The
It's
mothers
the
who
mother
give
Mother
who
who
gives
gives
birth.
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 Bless our lives upon this earth.
This earth.
Returning. Feel
See
See
the
within
the
the
sun
fires
sun
returning.
burning.
returning. Within the fires
Within the
burning.
fires burning. Fires burning.
The mother who gives birth.
Feel within the fires burning. Bless the
Above us
mother who
see the
gives
sun
birth.
returning.
Our
Within the
lives
Who
upon
gives
this
fires
earth.
birth.
burning.
Above
Bless our
us see the
Bless
lives
the
sun.
upon this
mother who
earth.
gives
Within the
Above the
birth.
fires.
sea, the
Bless
sun
our lives
returning.
Within
upon
the
this
Within the
fires
earth.
fires
burning.
burning.
See the
Fires
sun
burning.
returning. Feel
Within
within the fires
fires
burning.
burning.
Bless the mother who gives birth.
The
Bless
mother
our
who
lives
gives
upon
birth.
above us see the sun returning.
Above us see the
Our
sun
lives
returning.
upon this
Fires
earth.
burning.
Bless our
Above us
Bless
lives
see
the
the
upon this
sun
mother who
earth.
gives
returning.
Above us
birth.
see the sun
Lives
returning.
upon this
Fires
earth.
Within
burning.
the
See the sun returning.
Within the
Within the
fires.
fires burning.
Fires burning.
The mother with bless our
The
mother who
mother who
gives
gives
birth.
birth.
Bless our
Bless our
lives upon
lives
this
upon
earth.
this earth. Let's see the sun
Let's
burning.
see the
Feel
sun
within the fires.
returning. And the fires burning. Bless the mother who gives birth.
The
Rise
mother who
upon
gives
this
birth.
earth. Above us see the sun returning. Feel within the sun.
Bless the mother who gives birth.
Bless the mother who
Lives
gives us
upon this
birth.
earth.
Bless our
Above us
lives
see the
upon
sun
this
returning.
earth. Above
Within
us
the
see the
fires
sun
burning.
returning. Feel
Lives
within the fires burning. Bless the mother who
upon
gives
this
birth.
earth.
Bless our lives upon this earth. Above us see the sun returning.
The mother
Feel
who gives
within
birth.
the
With our
fires
lives upon
burning.
this earth. Above
Bless
us
the
see the
mother
sun
who gives
returning.
birth.
See the sun
Within the
Our
fires
returning.
burning.
lives upon this earth. Above us see the sun returning. Feel within the fires burning.
Feel
Bless the
within
mother
the
who gives
fires
birth.
burning.
Bless our lives upon this earth. Above us see the
Fires
sun
burning.
returning. Feel within within the fires
gives
burning.
lives upon this earth, of a seed, the sun returning, within the fires burning.
Bless the mother who
Fires
gives
burning.
birth. Bless our lives upon this earth. Above us,
Bless the
see the
mother who
sun
gives
returning.
birth.
Feel within the
Bless the
fires
lives
burning.
upon
Bless
this
Bless
earth.
the mother who gives
Above us,
birth.
see the
Our
sun
lives upon
returning.
this earth.
Feel
Above
within the
us, see the
fires
sun
burning.
returning.
Bless the
Feel
mother
within
who
the
gives
fires
birth.
burning.
Bless our
Bless the
lives
mother
Bless
who
the
upon
gives
this
mother who
earth.
birth.
gives birth.
Bless
Bless
our
our
lives
Above
lives
us,
upon
upon
see
this
this
the
earth.
earth.
sun.
Bless the mother who gives birth. Bless our lives upon this earth. Above us, see the sun returning. Feel within the fires burning. And so this candle before each of us is charged with the power of our love, our longing, our hope, and our capacity to bring our dreams to life, just as the sun returns life to Mother Earth. Charge your candle, charge yourself. Charge yourself with the purpose that gives you joy, that makes your life healthy and happy, and is the thing that makes the world a better place because you're here. See the vision of all that you will create in the year that comes, illuminated by the sun and the light within you, brought joyously into the world. And your energy is made greater by our energies, woven together in that magnificent chanting. All right, so now we're gonna sing. And it's like fa la 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 la, and I think Jen is going to lead us. And do not worry if it's cacophonous.
Yeah. I think a few of other people might join me. We are going to sing that classic Deck the Halls as a celebration for the Lord of Misrule. So if everyone's ready, let's get into it, right? Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
That
Is the
is
season
season
to
to
be
be
joyful,
joyful.
la la la
La
la
la la la
la.
la.
On
The
the
gather our
arcade
gay
apparel,
apparel.
la 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 la.
Behold days
Behold
of
the ancient Yuletide,
Yuletide.
la 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 la
La la la la
la
la.
la la la.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it
You want
again.
to encore it, Phyllis?
Let's do
All
it
right.
again. Deck the
And
halls with
dolls with
boughs of holly.
holly.
Fa la 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 la
La
la
la la.
la.
It's
Is
the season to be jolly.
la 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 la.
La la
Thou
la
art gay apparel, fa la
Apparel, fa
la
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 la la
la la la
Rolling,
la
la,
la.
caroling.
La la
la
la
la.
la 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 la.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everybody. And so we have this big announcement, which Jen, who's been charging our membership drive, 40 years in, this is really exciting. So Jen, will you please share our big announcement?
Yes, I am happy to, Phyllis. So, on behalf of Phyllis and Chris and the Temple Volunteer Corps and everyone who's been engaging with us over the last year, we're really excited to announce that the Temple of Ara membership program is going to be relaunching in 2025 with a very special discounted membership rate in celebration of the 40th anniversary of the Temple of Ara tradition. We're going to be sending out details about all of the great benefits of the membership program, as well as the link to sign up for it So you're going to want to watch out for your email that will be the follow-up from this ritual today. That'll have the ritual recording and everything else in it, but it will also include some details about where to go for information about the membership program. And you'll learn on the website what is included in that. And again, special anniversary price. And we are really, really excited to continue building this really wonderful, dynamic community with all of you in 2025. So thank you. And we're really excited.
We really are. We're going to be initiating a lot of people in the spring. So the temple is just supercharged and we want you all to join us. And there are lots of wonderful benefits of being a member because everybody is working so hard on this. They have all these offerings and it is fabulous. It's real magic. So this is it. And it was still a quick ritual, even with what I originally forgot. And that is the nature of fire. It burns fast when the kindling is dry and ready to go. So let us burn with equal power in the world. We burn brightly. I want to thank you all for being here. It's the best gift that I could possibly have imagined for myself personally, for this tradition, for this institution that was created to preserve the tradition and expand it. And we send our love and our blessings and our gratitude to everybody around the world who celebrates with us, to the temple in Italy, which is also going to be initiating a whole bunch of folks in America in the spring and in Italy in the fall. And we're hoping that some of you will be in the next crop, the next go around. Whether you are or not, we are grateful that you joined us around the fire beneath our community's cauldron, which nourishes our bodies and our souls. And we thank you for bringing your energy, your joy, your visions, your magic, your light to light that fire and to fill the cauldron. And we look forward to celebrating with you the Sabbats as the wheel turns. So thank you all, and thank you, Chris, and thank you, Janine, and thank you to all the volunteers and Jen, everybody who's worked so hard, and to all of you for being here and joining us today. It was super special. I know we're going to see a bunch of you at the Patreon Circle tomorrow, where we will once again light and make the light brighter yet. And then in our advanced study group, 3 solstice rites in a row, we're setting the world on fire and ourselves in a good way. So thank you all. And we look forward to seeing you again. And so we will close our circle, reach outward, and feel the energies that we have shared, casting our circle together, heart to heart. The energies flowing between each of us and all of us, connecting us across the globe, embracing the world in the energy of the great and cosmic mother. And bring that energy now into your hearts as we close our circle and feel the fire, the sun, the light returning within us and by us, through us, into the world. And Janine, would you ask people to close the quarters?
We'll close starting with north. Yes. So spirits of the north, as even in deepest winter, we greet the returning sun. We thank the spirits of earth, all creatures of horn and hoof, paw and fur, knowing your blessings of abundance and rebirth, sustain us through the cold, certain of spring's return. Gratefully, we bid you farewell and thanks. And now Jen will be calling south. I'm sorry, Ellen will be calling west. Sorry.
We thank you, spirits of the West, spirits of water, for the gained experience and wisdom we received and shared today. We gratefully thank you for your magic and your healing power. We feel connected to our friends around the world and of Finn and Gil. We feel your loving energy, O Great Mother, all around us and within, nourished by the Spirit of Water. And we remember the power and the energy, the wisdom of our ancestors. We looked into ourselves and we shared our light in the dark. We thank you, Spirits of Water.
Now Jen will be calling for South.
Ancient element of fire, spirits of the South. We embrace you in all of your strength, your warmth, your focus, your energy, and your joy that lights the way in dark times and gives us the power and the motivation to do what we need to do to move forward in the world. I thank all of the creatures of the desert, the serpent and the scorpion and the lion, and the animals of legend of dragon and griffin. We thank you for joining us in our circle today and for lending us your wisdom, and know that your fire grows brighter every day as the sun grows with the horizon. Hail and farewell.
And now Lori will be calling for East.
Ancient spirits of the East, element of air, we are grateful for the clarity of our mind that you bring us as we illuminate the world with our thoughts, with our wisdom. Wing our prayers to the gods and the goddesses, and let us connect our thoughts and our love to each other across this great and beautiful earth. Shine your light on us, on each other, and on all the inhabitants of this beautiful planet. We are grateful for the breath of life and for your presence in our circle. Air, hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell. And so our circle is open, but never broken. And with the wise words of each of you, spoken from the heart, we are all reminded that each of us is the temple of Ara. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you all for all the beauty and the wisdom and the energy and the magic. Burn brightly. We'll see you soon. Mwah. Love you all. Thank you all for being here.